MarcusG.tv, and I'm the chef and owner of Aroma Thyme Bistro, the first certified green restaurant in upstate New York, located in Ellenville, about an hour and a half from New York City in the beautiful Hudson Valley. And I want to talk today about feta cheese. What's the best feta cheese to choose or to ask for when you're at a restaurant, or what to look for? This is based upon my personal experience. I did not write the laws in feta cheese, nor have I read the laws in feta cheese, so this could change, but these are just generalities that I've noticed being a professional chef over the years. Okay, feta cheese usually can be made, it can be made in the United States, and it can be made in Greece. Greece is typically where feta cheese comes from, or is known for. So not all feta cheese is Greek to begin with, okay? A lot of the feta cheese on the market is American. American's about half the price. American usually consists of pasteurized cow's milk, and mostly pasteurized commodity cow's milk. The bigger brands that are producing feta, unless you're buying feta from a small cheesemaker right down the road who's doing goat's milk or grass-fed cow, then that's something different. But I'm talking about, like, walking into most grocery stores or most restaurants, the feta is from commodity cattle, and it's cow's milk. The problem I have with commodity cow's milk is bovine growth hormone is usually in the milk, and GMO, and plus other contaminants that are the pesticides, the residuals, all the dioxins. You know, dairy is one of the biggest sources of dioxins in our diet, butter especially, because this all builds up in the fat of the animal, and when they're milking, and the comes out through the byproduct. So, and then the genetically modified crops that are fed to our animals. That's really where a lot of the genetically modified stuff goes, to feed our animals. So you're dealing with those three things that I'm just not safe. I'm not safe eating it. I don't feel safe eating it. I wouldn't serve it to my family, my kids, and I really don't want to serve it to my customers. Now, Greek feta cheese from Greece, is typically made from all the ingredient labels, all the food shows I've been to, the stuff I've ever bought, the stuff I've ever read, comes from sheep's and or goat's milk. And they say sheep and or goat's milk, some of these companies, because most of it is sheep's, but a certain amount of some of these small farmers sometimes get goat's milk in because they have, you know, goats in their flock, and they can't really segregate sometimes, so these companies will use that as and or goat's milk as a blanket term. Now, I like goat's or sheep milk much better because they don't manipulate the animals like they manipulate American cattle. So you're not going to have bovine growth hormones, you're not, especially in a country like Greece, you're really not going to have genetically modified foods and grains and things like that. Going into it, a lot of this stuff is more raised on pasture through smaller farms, through better animal husbandry laws, and that's why the price could be twice the price, plus they have to ship it as well. But really, it's in how they're making the feta. You know, it's much smaller production. I know for me, feta costs a little over 110% versus the Greek product versus the American product. So it's a significant difference. World of difference though in the flavor, really just a world of difference. Feta cheese from Greece typically going to be from that kind of milk. That milk, especially goat's milk, sheep's milk as well, but especially goat's milk, is going to have a less of a protein, which is going to be more ideal or closer to human milk. Okay, human milk's the most ideal food for humans, especially babies, really babies, to help them grow and build muscles and have a lot of nutrients. Cow's milk has too much protein. It has about almost two to three times the amount of protein than goat's milk. I've always been, whenever my kids have wanted cheese, they grew up on goat's cheese. They never really did goat's milk, because we usually do some kind of milk alternative like rice milk, or like Eden's rice and soy blend milk. But milk from sheep and goat's going to have a much closer to human milk, which is going to be much beneficial, more beneficial for our body. Our body's going to be able to know what to do with it better and process it. So, in my opinion, definitely look for the imported Greek feta. But first and foremost, definitely look for the local producer, if there is a local producer that is producing feta, because that's really the way to go. A small local producer. Local doesn't mean, you know, if company XY, conglomerate XYZ that has, you know, 8 million square foot warehouse or 8 million square foot factory is right down the road from me. They're local, but that's, you know what I mean. I mean local handmade is what I'm trying to get at here. A lot of people say, oh, I buy local. The Budweiser plant's, 2 miles from us here in Newark. We're buying local beer. Well, that's, what people think because it is local. But we're talking about local companies, local farms that are actually respectable and, that are contributing and doing the right thing. So I believe Feta is much better if it's from Greece. So that's simply what we do here at my restaurant, and that's what I do if I were to eat Feta out. That's the first question I would ask a restaurant. Where's your Feta from? So, hope that helps you choose better Feta. I'm Marcus Guiliano. I'm a chef on a mission. You can find all my mission videos, all my chef videos at marcusg.tv. You can find more out about me at chefonamission.com. Thank you for watching.